Greetings and welcome to our Daily Devotional for January 19th, 2021. In Paul's letter to Timothy, as recorded in 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 17, he gives him the instruction to, quote, teach those who are rich in this world not to be proud and not to trust in their money, which is so unreliable. Their trust should be in God, who richly gives us all that we need for our enjoyment. You know, because money is an important part of our daily lives, it's also an incredibly important topic in the Bible. And if you're ever questioned on this, we only have to point out that money or wealth makes up nearly half of the parables taught by Jesus. And consider that God's holy word found in the scriptures contains more than 2,000 verses on just money, in comparison to around 500 on prayer and fewer than 500 on faith. For the follower of Christ, recognizing that nothing is to have greater importance in our lives than Almighty God, and that you and I, are to submit all aspects of our lives to Him, we need to keep in mind that this includes whatever wealth that you and I might have. Now, this doesn't imply that we're supposed to ignore our finances. Remember that the greatest commandment states that we are to fully love God with all our heart, all our soul, and all our mind. Therefore, it's what we do with what wealth that we have that is so vitally important. It can be far, far, far too easy for us to slip into some sort of preoccupation with our finances, spending too much time and too little time on focusing on God. When that preoccupation on money becomes an attitude and a way of thinking that in some way separates our finances from our willing relationship with Jesus Christ, then that's when our material wealth takes on a form of idolatry. Considering the kind of stress and tension and anxiety that can be related to our finances, a very important question for us to ask ourselves is, does my material wealth possess me, or do I possess it? Better yet, a better question is, do I belong to my finances, or do my finances belong to God? It's in this dynamic that we should take heart for the words of 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 9 through 10. Those who want to get rich fall into temptation and trap into many foolish and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Some people, eager for money, have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many, many griefs. So, if we choose and we commit to giving God total control of our lives, including our finances, we will never be controlled by money nor by the pursuit of material wealth. And that is absolutely the best investment that you and I can make for our lives. Now, our passage for today comes to us from 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 17 through 19, and I'll be reading to you from the New Living Translation of God's holy word. Command those who are rich in this present world not to be arrogant, nor to put their hope in wealth, which is so uncertain, but to put their hope in God, who richly provides us with everything for our enjoyment. Command them to do good, to be rich in good deeds, and to be generous and willing to share. In this way, they will lay up treasures for themselves as a firm foundation for the coming age, so that they may take hold of the life that is truly life. And as always, may God give us wisdom, strength, and understanding from the reading of His holy word. Now, some suggested additional readings for today's devotional that I would recommend would be Matthew chapter 6, verses 19 through 34, and 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 6 through 14. Blessings to you and yours from the Ione Community Church.